Your Toyota is a legend of reliability, a testament to engineering excellence. But over time, even titans can feel their age. What if you could turn back the clock, reclaiming that smooth, quiet, and responsive new car feeling without visiting a dealership? The secret isn't one magic trick, it's this comprehensive approach. The slow fade, understanding why your car feels old. Before we embark on the journey of revitalization, it's crucial to understand what's happening under the hood and beneath your feet. The old car feeling isn't a single event. It's a gradual degradation across multiple interconnected systems. It's the slight hesitation when you press the accelerator that wasn't there a year ago. It's the subtle hum from the engine bay that has become part of the background noise. It's the way the car seems to float or bounce just a little too much over bumps that it once handled with crisp precision. This slow fade is the result of thousands of hours of operation, millions of rotations, and countless heating and cooling cycles. Fluids lose their protective properties, filters become clogged with microscopic debris, rubber components lose their flexibility, and electronic sensors get coated in residue that affects their accuracy. Each of these individual degradations is small, almost imperceptible on its own. However, when combined, they create a symphony of sluggishness that robs your Toyota of its factory-fresh vitality. The beauty of Toyota's engineering is that this decline is almost always reversible. The core components, the engine block, the transmission case, the chassis, are built to last for hundreds of thousands of miles. The key to making your car feel new again is not to replace the car, but to systematically service and restore these surrounding high-wear systems. This guide will walk you through a holistic process, from the engine's lifeblood to its very breath, transforming your reliable commuter back into the sharp, responsive machine you remember. Before we move ahead, make sure to like the video and subscribe to the channel. Section 1. The Lifeblood. A complete fluid overhaul. The single most impactful thing you can do for your vehicle's longevity and performance is to ensure all its vital fluids are clean and at the correct levels. Think of these fluids as the circulatory, hydraulic, and lymphatic systems of your car. Engine oil, beyond the basics. Everyone knows to change their oil, but truly revitalizing your engine requires a deeper understanding. Over time, engine oil shears down, losing its viscosity, its ability to flow and coat parts effectively. It also becomes saturated with contaminants like carbon, metal shavings, and unburnt fuel, turning from a slick lubricant into a gritty, abrasive sludge. This is why a simple, on-time oil change is the cornerstone of engine health. For a true like-new feeling, consider making a switch. If you've been using conventional oil, upgrading to a high-quality, full synthetic oil is a game changer. Synthetic oil uses more uniform molecules and a stronger additive package, providing superior protection against heat and breakdown. It flows better in cold temperatures for smoother startups and maintains its protective film better under extreme heat and load. For most modern Toyotas, a viscosity grade like 0W20 or 5W30 is specified. Always use a high-quality oil filter, as a cheap filter can clog prematurely or fail, rendering your fresh oil useless. A fresh fill of full synthetic oil can noticeably quiet down a noisy valve train and make the engine feel smoother and more eager to rev. Transmission fluid, the forgotten hero. The transmission is arguably the most complex mechanical component in your vehicle, and its fluid is its lifeblood. Automatic transmission fluid, ATF, or continuously variable transmission, CVT, fluid does more than just lubricate. It acts as a hydraulic fluid to actuate gear changes, and it cools the transmission. Unlike engine oil, which has a well-known service interval, transmission fluid is often neglected, sometimes even marketed as a lifetime fluid. This is a dangerous misnomer. Over 80,000 to 100,000 miles, this fluid degrades significantly from heat. Worn-out fluid can lead to harsh shifts, slipping, shuddering, and eventually catastrophic failure costing thousands to repair. To restore that seamless, imperceptible shifting quality of a new car, a transmission fluid service is essential. It's crucial to use the exact fluid specified by Toyota, e.g., Toyota ATF-WS for many automatic models. There are two main methods: a drain and fill, which replaces about a third of the fluid, and a fluid exchange or flush, which uses a machine to replace nearly all of it. For a high-mileage car that has never had a service, a series of drain and fills is often considered safer than a high-pressure flush. The result is transformative, often eliminating shift hesitations and shuddering you may have unconsciously gotten used to. Coolant, antifreeze, the temperature regulator. The engine's operating temperature is a fine balance. Too cold and it runs inefficiently. Too hot and it self-destructs. The coolant is responsible for maintaining this balance. Over time, the anti-corrosion additives in the coolant break down, allowing rust and scale to form inside the radiator, water pump, and engine block. This debris can clog the narrow passages of the radiator and heater core, leading to overheating and a poorly functioning cabin heater. Toyota's pink super long life coolant is excellent, but it doesn't last forever. A coolant flush, replacing the old fluid with a fresh 50-50 mixture of specified coolant and distilled water, restores the system's protective qualities. This ensures optimal heat transfer, protecting your engine from the damaging effects of overheating and ensuring your heater works perfectly on cold mornings. A properly cooled engine is a happy and efficient engine. Brake fluid and power steering fluid. Brake fluid is hygroscopic, meaning it absorbs moisture from the air over time. This water contamination lowers the fluid's boiling point. In a hard braking situation, the heat generated can boil the fluid, creating compressible air bubbles in the lines and leading to a terrifying mushy pedal and a complete loss of braking power. Furthermore, this moisture causes internal corrosion in brake lines, calipers, and the expensive ABS module. Bleeding the brakes with fresh DOT3 or DOT4 fluid every 2 to 3 years will restore a firm, confident brake pedal feel and protect the entire system. Similarly, power steering fluid in older models with hydraulic steering degrades and can cause a noisy or stiff steering feel. A simple fluid exchange using a turkey baster to remove old fluid from the reservoir and replace it with new, repeated over a few days, can often quiet a noisy pump and make steering feel lighter and more direct. Feeling empowered? Start with the basics. This weekend, check your engine oil and inspect your air filter. These simple 15-minute tasks are your first step toward that like-new Toyota. Grab your owner's manual, head to the driveway, and begin the transformation. Section 2, the breath of life, air, fuel, and spark. If fluids are the vehicle's circulatory system, then the air and fuel systems are its respiratory system. An engine is essentially a sophisticated air pump, and any restriction in how it breathes will stifle its performance and efficiency. Engine air filter, the easiest performance. Boost. This is the simplest, cheapest, and often one of the most effective maintenance items you can perform. The engine air filter prevents dust, pollen, and road debris from entering your engine. As it does its job, it inevitably clogs. A clogged filter restricts the amount of air the engine can pull in, forcing it to work harder. This directly translates to reduced horsepower, sluggish acceleration, and worse fuel economy. Replacing the air filter takes less than 5 minutes on most Toyotas, usually requiring no tools or just a simple screwdriver. When you hold a new, clean white filter next to your old gray, debris-filled one, you'll understand the immediate impact. the engine can now breathe freely, resulting in sharper throttle response and potentially restoring a few lost miles per gallon. Cabin air filter, your personal air quality. While this doesn't affect how the car runs, it dramatically affects how it feels to be in it. The cabin air filter cleans the air that you breathe inside the car. A clogged one restricts airflow from your vents, making your AC and heat work less effectively. It also harbors mold and bacteria, leading to a musty, unpleasant smell every time you turn on the fan. Replacing it is another simple 10-minute job, usually located behind the glove box, that improves HVAC performance and makes the interior environment feel clean and fresh, just like it did when it was new. Cleaning the intake path, throttle body and MAF sensor. This is the next level of restoring engine responsiveness. The throttle body is a valve that controls how much air enters the engine manifold. Over tens of thousands of miles, a layer of black, oily carbon residue builds up around the throttle plate. This buildup can restrict airflow at idle and just off idle, causing a rough or fluctuating idle, hesitation, and a lazy feel when you first press the gas pedal. Carefully cleaning the throttle body with a dedicated throttle body cleaner and a soft rag can work wonders. After cleaning, the engine's idle will be smoother and the immediate throttle tip-in will be noticeably crisper. Located just after the air filter is the mass airflow MAF sensor. This delicate sensor measures the mass of air entering the engine, which is critical information for the engine control unit, ECU, to calculate the correct amount of fuel to inject. Over time, a fine film of dust and oil can bake onto the sensor's hot wire, causing it to misread the airflow. This leads to a suboptimal air-fuel mixture, resulting in poor fuel economy, loss of power, and sometimes even a check engine light. Using a dedicated MAF sensor cleaner, never use brake or carb cleaner, to gently spray the sensor wires can restore its accuracy, sharpening engine response and reclaiming lost efficiency. The fuel system, from tank to injector. Modern fuel injection systems are precise, but they are also sensitive. The fuel injectors themselves have microscopic nozzles that can become partially clogged with deposits from gasoline. This disrupts the fine cone-shaped spray pattern, leading to poor fuel atomization, incomplete combustion, and reduced power. The first step is prevention. Always use high-quality, top-tier certified gasoline, which contains a higher level of detergents designed to keep injectors clean. The second step is a periodic treatment. Using a concentrated fuel system cleaner with polyetheramine, PEA, like Techron Concentrate Plus or Gum Out Regain, can be very effective. A bottle added to a full tank of gas can dissolve deposits on the injectors, intake valves, and in the combustion chamber. After this treatment, many drivers report a smoother idle and a noticeable improvement in acceleration. The spark of life, ignition system health. The spark plug is where combustion begins. The quality and timing of this spark are paramount for a smooth, powerful, and efficient engine. Modern Toyotas use long-life iridium or platinum spark plugs, which can last up to 120,000 miles. However, last doesn't mean perform optimally. As a plug ages, its electrodes wear down, increasing the gap the spark must jump. This requires more energy from the ignition coil and can result in a weaker spark, especially under heavy load. Replacing the spark plugs at the recommended interval, or sooner if you want peak performance, with high-quality OEM spec plugs, Denso or NGK are typical for Toyota, will restore a strong, consistent spark. This ensures complete combustion, leading to a smoother idle, better power delivery, and improved fuel efficiency. It's like giving the engine a fresh shot of adrenaline. While you're there, inspect the ignition coils for any cracks or signs of carbon tracking, as these are responsible for generating the high voltage for the plugs. While changing spark plugs or inspecting suspension components might seem daunting, it's entirely achievable with the right resources. Countless online tutorials and Toyota-specific forums exist to guide you. Don't let a lack of experience stop you. Let curiosity drive you to learn a new skill and save hundreds in labor costs.